Well, that's the PPP funds for the COVID. But like I said, that's not the only one. Judiciary Republicans are also going to be attacking Biden over the border. So witnesses planned for the panel include a man whose stepson died of a fentanyl overdose, a judge who switched to the Republican Party over concern about the frontier or about the border, and a sheriff from a border county in Arizona. So I don't know what sheriff from a border county in Arizona they're talking about, but if you just tell me that they're gonna have a sheriff from a border county in Arizona, I just think, dear God, who is this person going to be? The judge, I'm not interested. Having like the person on whose stepson died of a fentanyl oversight, like that is obviously purposefully weaponizing an actually tragic thing. It is incredibly sad to have lost a family member due to fentanyl. And the interesting thing about fentanyl is the vast majority of it comes through regular points of entry at the border. That's what actually happens. It is not carted across the border by someone in a messenger bag. It's in trucks and it's in cars and it goes through checks, which there's a lot of traffic. It's not perfect. And we know, by the way, that they already get a ton of it because you have these constant tweets from like, I think it's I'm blanking on her name now. But from Republican senators saying like the amount of fentanyl seized at the border was up 400%. This is proof that Biden is failing. And it's like, what are you talking about? They're getting more of it. But that's how it actually gets in. So once again, like there's an actual problem with overdoses. Is it just about fentanyl? No, and you'll notice that they don't talk about opioids anymore. They don't talk about the perfectly legal stuff that's sold in America that's killing tons and tons and tons of people. No, it's the convenient one that they can point to a foreigner and say they're responsible for. Oh, and it's also probably killing cops across the city from where the fentanyl actually is. It's all about the narrative, JR.
Well, I'm glad you pointed out that so much of the fentanyl that crosses the border is not from the ways that they're saying. I'm sure it'll come out in the investigations.
Sure.
They're gonna get to the truth, John. That's what they're looking for. Obviously, in reality, the whole point about this, as we're seeing the presidential politics fall into place, we're seeing the fights that are going on. We're seeing the primaries starting to form. We're starting to see how Nikki Haley's gonna say maybe this and that. And Donald Trump, as we saw from a year and a half ago, announced he's gonna run for president again. The whole purpose here, the whole win from the House and these the new leaders in the House is to assist in the next campaign season, so they can maybe push this. It's not to investigate anything. You kidding me? What are they gonna get to? Have they said what the end game is supposed to be yet? So therefore we can do what with the border? Therefore we can do what with Hunter Biden? Therefore we can do what with investigating the misuse of the funds from pandemic resources? Then what? No, the end game is to say, look at those bad Democrats and all the things they did and ignore all the same stuff. And in fact, probably even more leading that these Republicans did to say, we've got one good guy and we've got one bad guy. And what we need to do is vote for the good guy. And they're hoping that good guy in their mind is not Donald Trump, because he's got all kinds of stuff, problems that are swirling around him right now. But again, this has nothing to do with American people. It has nothing to do with constituents. It has nothing to do with people that voted them in. It's why George Santos just barely escaped from these committees. They don't care about what people have done. They care about how it's gonna look so they can get voters to be to buy into the BS, man.
100%. By the way, like good news, bad news. The good news is at least when it comes to the border, when the Republicans like say they want to build a wall, they actually like that's one thing where they actually do want to do that thing. Downside is that it's an inherently racist and wasteful thing that would have none of the effects they say it would. That's the downside. But at least there is a thing that in theory you could point to and say they want to do this thing. It's stupid and xenophobic, pointless, waste of money, but at least they do actually want to do that.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.